Okay. Good morning. I'd like to call to order the Dutchess County Local Development Corp. Financial Audit Committee meeting. Can we have a roll call?
Sure. Kathy Bauer,
Here.
Lisa Langenthal,
Here.
Don Sagliano.
And I'd like to approve the minutes from October 2nd, 2019. Everyone had a chance to review. I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And we have Linda here from RBT, our external auditors, who will go over the 2019 audit of the Local Development Corp.
Thank you. Good morning. So with you are two documents. One is the actual financial statements, and the second is our report to the board. And we'll go over the report to the board first. And there is an initial cover letter. The second page gives you what we call our required communications. It says that we have no difficulties. We want to also remind everyone that we're very thankful for Sarah and Marilyn's cooperation. It went well. There was one minor change in the implementation of a new financial standard that just updated the footnotes for conduit debt. We proposed one small journal entry, as you can see, with regard to adjusting the sale of some fixed assets. Also in this package is a copy of the original arrangement letter and the draft representation letter, which will be signed once the reports are approved. You'll also note there are no findings in our report. It's very good. So we'll move on to the financial statements. On pages 1 and 2 is our auditor's report, which says that the financial statements are prepared in accordance with generally accepted accounting principles, and they are also fairly stated in those principles. Pages 3 and 4 is the management's discussion and analysis. It has summary of the results of operations and financial position, and some commentary provided by management with regard to current projects. We'll move on to page 5, which is the statements of net position. And here there's a slight increase in assets over last year. Assets at the end of 2018 were $3,051,000. They're now $3,145,000, primarily an increase in cash. You'll also see that the total net position went up from $3,047,000 to $3,130,000. And you'll see on page 6 more detail with regard to the revenues and expenses for 2018 and 2019. And truthfully, there's the while there's a decrease in overall income, you're still increasing from 18 to 19. You're still seeing an increase in net position, which is good. On page 7 is the cash flow, which shows the details of the increases and decreases in cash over the year, with an overall increase in cash of $208,000, as I mentioned before. The footnotes to the financial statements, which gives you more detail about the policies, your significant assets and liabilities, are on pages 8 through 11. There's a description of the relationship between the Local Development Corporation and the IDA in terms of providing administrative services to the IDA, and a description of your conduit debt. Following that are schedules showing the conduit debt and statistical information on your various projects. These are similar to the reports that are included in the Paris reporting for the Authority Budget Office, the ABO. Finally, we have the report required by government auditing standards on internal control and compliance. We have no findings to report. So it went well. What do you think?
Thank you, Linda. While we went through that very quickly, the committee had an opportunity to review this over the last few days. Are there any questions?
No, I would like to congratulate everyone on getting it done so quickly. This is, for the other groups that I work with, it's very early in the year to have an audit completed, and I think that speaks both to our staff and to RBT. So thank you all for getting it done so soon.
Thank you.
On this audit, I just want to make one note. Under the projects, we are still waiting for some employment numbers, and that's the shaded highlight area. And hopefully, well, we'll have them before the actual completion and final audit.
Right, this is a draft.
Yes.
Could we have a motion to present this to the Board of Directors?
So moved.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
And do we have any old business to discuss? Any new business? I'd like to make a motion I'd like to request a motion from the board to adjourn the meeting of the Local Development Corp.
So moved.
I'll second.